Hello beautiful people around the web, this is Snickers HD and today I give you an insight of that soldier class that everyone is talking about in TF2. No, it's just the soldier and I hope I can help you guys. Just listen to it. It's a quick Insta-Guide pro tip mega super tool advising thingy that if you watch it you will absolutely be an overkill and on the server and just destroy and wreck everything. No. If it helps you, leave me a comment in the comment section below. I would love to have some feedback. But for now, just let's get going. The soldier is exactly that slow as class with high explosive primary, which you would normally avoid if this class was in any other game. In fact, he's one of the most useless class out there in TF2 if he is on his own. Equipped with the rocket launcher, which can easily be dodged or countered, and a shotgun, he's the more close to mid-range combat guy. His specialty is taking down targets in narrow corridors, rooms or corners. So, don't get me wrong, the soldier is capable of dealing a great amount of damage, and is definitely not insignificant on the battlefield. Still, he is slow and needs quite a lot of skill and teamwork to get that steamroll working. But once it rolls, it's almost unstoppable. So let's dive right into the soldier. The soldier is what I think is basic. It's exactly that class that needs to be handled right to achieve something in comparison to any other class. Of course there is this medic and this scout which are quite fragile, but they fulfill a great task in the game and have some special attributes to them which makes them so unique and important even if they are on their own. First off, the greatest support he can get is a, so I call it, personal medic who dedicates himself to the soldier and follows him around, constantly healing and preparing the Uber. If played right, the soldier can dish out a lot of damage and wreck a whole area in no time. On the one hand, there is the long reload time of all his weapons, and on the other hand, there is his constant ammo problem that breaks his neck. So here's some advice how you should play as the soldier. Try to stay alive and be very, very defensive. The soldier is that slow that you cannot get out of sticky situations quick enough to save your life. Of course there's this rocket jump. Firing a rocket below his feet while jumping and using the explosive knockback as an accelerator to literally fly away. But if you don't have the gun boots, which reduces the self-inflicted rocket launcher damage by 60%, you will often kill yourself, especially when you are on fire. And you will be on fire quite a lot since you want to stick to the areas which are in close range. Pyro contact is unavoidable. There are some loadout tips which makes playing with a medic or alone quite a lot easier, but still, to master this loadout as well, you need to learn the basics. In addition to that, you might not even have the items required for the loadout, like this: black box, gun boots, market gardener, or escape plan for the beginners. So let me explain why I've chosen these weapons. The black box is quite similar to the default rocket launcher. It holds, however, 3 instead of 4 rockets in one clip. This might be a downside if you need a lot of damage out there, but for most of the situations you won't use up everything at once anyways. So unless you are really sure that you make your rockets count, you won't notice the difference anyways. Just always press the reload button and everything is alright. On hit, you gain 15 HP back, which in total with a 3-clip magazine is 45 HP. That's almost 25% of your health as a soldier. The first rule for every class is to stay alive and try to survive for as long as possible. Efficiency means maintaining a stable health regulation, which equals out to immortality. So please get me right, a soldier can easily be overwhelmed by some enemies at once. He has nothing to deal with all of them, but the best thing to do is just to deal with one opponent at a time and try to survive. But if that does not work and you are unsure that you can make your shots count, leave as soon as possible. It is true that you work with the splash damage, the explosion damage, when holding the black box. You don't need to perfectly aim straight at the enemy, but still hit them somehow with the explosion radius to get the 15 HP back and stay alive a lot longer to outlive your opponent. But nevertheless you gain 15 HP for each enemy hit and you can hit multiple targets at once, which can heal you quite a lot more if you hit like 3 targets instead of 1. To flee an unfair gunfight on your side is often the best thing to do. That's where the gun boots come in. The gun boots absorb 60% of your self-inflicted damage from your rocket launchers. regardless if you have the black box or something different. However, it does not protect you from enemy explosives. These gun boots are designed to rocket jump without a great loss of HP, so you may remain with a lot more HP when you encounter enemies. The black box complements this loadout perfectly. You might not be able to do some sick rocket jumps due to just 3 instead of 4 instantly available rockets, but you will be able to heal up again very quickly and make rocket jumps cost nothing. Contrary to the normal rocket launcher where you will just lose all your health and not be able to gain health back on your own. I think of doing a rocket jumping guide, but there are so many good ones out there, so I think I just put the link of Star's rocket jumping guide in this video description below and let you guys check it out. Last but not least, we have the melee weapons. Here I just put in my personal favorite, but you can select whatever the heck you want because the melee is the most unrecognizable weapon of the soldier. Using the melee is quite inefficient and often results in your death due to the slow movement speed of the soldier. However, these are my recommendations. And the Market Gardener is a melee that only crits when you are in mid-air of a rocket jump of your own. Basically, you have to hit targets while flying around with a melee. Sounds fun, doesn't it? It's freaking hard as hell to perform good with it. But with a lot of rocket jump practice and experience, you will be able to finish off people who try to run away, surprise enemies, or just having good fun. And just by the way, I think that I also leave a link to Star here, since his personal favorite weapon is the Market Garden as well, and he does perform really well with it. Well, just go ahead and check this guy out, please. For the beginners, I would recommend to use the Escape Plan. This mining axe gives you a speed boost if you are low on health. The lower the health, the faster you run. This is just awesome on small maps with a low height map, which does not allow you to rocket jump out of trouble. You might be even able to outspeed the Scout, the fastest class in TF2, which can come quite handy if you are in big trouble. But here, just find out for yourself what suits you best. I will do a review of all weapons anyways, so yeah. For now, just try those 2 melees or stick to what you like most. So I thank you guys for watching, and I hope I could help some of you guys. If you have any other questions or problems or any tip requests that you might have, just leave a comment in the comment section below. Someone might answer it. If not, I will answer it. I will be happy to read anything that you write and be curious about. So I thank you guys again, and we see us next time. Keep it up. Simply enough, this guy seems strong enough to be a cheater. Obviously, it's freaking nausea cannot, and it's just 2 deaths and 60 kills, and it just goes on. So, what do you think of those guys? I haven't seen anything that is